This short talk is about a very often misunderstood term from the heavenly doctrines, as of self. I'm sure many people will have recognized that sometimes when they begin to give a talk or a sermon or a presentation, and it may well have been prepared well in advance and there may well be notes, but what you might have discovered that from almost nowhere, new ideas pop into your head, things you hadn't even thought of, and you start to relate these to the audience members. And at the end, people may well come up and congratulate you on a wonderful and insightful talk and presentation or whatever it might be. And the heavenly doctrines step in at that point, because the idea as of self really means that although the proprium will try to own what we did in the presentation, will try to own those insights, these glimmers of wisdom as our own, as of self really means that we're not the author, and we can step aside and we can admit that they came to me and I passed them on, and I was as much interested in what I was saying as the people in the audience or the congregation. As of self. The proprium, by its nature, will try to own those glimmers of insight and wisdom, and will try to convince others that we were the author. As of self enables us just to step aside and to admit that, in a way, we're not the author. We were maybe a channel, and they came through us, if that's the best way to explain it, but we were not the author. And so what this does is it protects us and it keeps the program in check. And the whole path of the heavenly doctrines, as I've said before in the other YouTube videos, is to move us away from love of self and love of the ways of the world towards love of the Lord and love of the neighbour. And so our program doesn't suddenly become all-powerful, but rather we can step aside just slightly maybe and acknowledge, even if it's just to ourselves, that we were not the author. And so that is how I would explain as of self.